We're here today talking about Gazelle because Gazelle's got some cool stuff that they brought down, and we want to showcase the brand. Welcome to Stotts Talks. My special guest here is Seth Williams. He's the SoCal independent rep, so he does all kinds of things. Welcome, Seth.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Doing good. Tuesday morning, new sign.
New sign. Yeah, we're trying to legitimize things here.
Yeah.
Trying to actually look like we're doing something real.
It's impressive, folks.
Thank you. Thank you. Seth, tell us about you. What's your whole gig in the cycling industry?
Yeah, so independent reps, we work with manufacturers. So we work with people who make the product, and then we sell the product to bike shops like you.
Tell us about Gazelle.
It's really Royal Dutch Gazelle. It has a royal signifier, which in Holland means the King and Queen of Holland say that it is the leader in its industry, environmentally conscious, it's good for the country, and it represents Holland well. They also had been around for over 100 years when they got that signifier in 1992. Now the company
Wait, what does a royal title mean? It means nothing here in the States.
In the States, which is why we call it Gazelle, but the full name of the company is Royal Dutch Gazelle.
Okay.
It just means that it has a huge significance in Holland. Let's say 3 of every 5 bikes in Holland is a Gazelle.
That's a lot of bikes.
It's a lot of bikes.
Because my daughter was over that way and she found like they were plucking bikes out of the canals. So that's a lot of Gazelles coming out of the canals.
The old ones, yes.
Yeah.
I hope no one's throwing the e-bikes into the canals. That would be troublesome.
That's rather toxic. Doesn't make it very green.
Let's not do that. So yeah, Gazelle's been around for over 125 years, I think 133 to date. Was founded by a blacksmith and a mailman with the simple goal of trying to better move mail around the city they lived in. That's it. That's how it started. And they've been doing it with that goal all 130 plus years. Ta-da! Now we have these bikes.
Gazelle in general in the States though, mostly e-bike.
All Bosch equipped e-bikes. We partner with Bosch. In my opinion, even when I was working in a bike shop, I personally saw the least amount of issues with Bosch equipped bikes.
Yeah, I have to say the same thing too.
Yeah, and the reason for that is that Bosch owns every system of the electrical componentry. So the wiring harness, the screen, the battery, the motor, it's all Bosch's. They're not doing anything third party out, so they get to control all of it. So Gazelle really focuses on putting and speccing parts on their bikes that have high intervals for maintenance, so things that last. Also, Gazelle bikes almost always come fully equipped, and what I mean by that is fenders, lights, cafe lock, racks. Most of our racks can hold a kid seat on the back, MIK HD, out of the box. Kickstand, these kind of things are just standard fare because you're meant to ride the bike right out of the shop.
So it's fully equipped for, commuting.
Correct.
Getting around, car replacement like you said.
Yeah.
But also let's keep in mind with the Bosch systems, Bosch has got one of the best warranties in the industry. 2-year warranty on all computer and software.
Correct.
All wiring, battery, the whole 9 yards.
Correct.
So when you're buying one of these bikes, it's not like, okay, you're out the door, good luck. You actually have, a backup if there is a problem.
And Gazelle offers a 10-year warranty on their frames. They are one of the few companies that actually paints their own frames. Their factories, they have the longest paint assembly line in the world for bikes.
Wow. Gazelle's got bikes that range from what price to what?
Yeah, so we start brand new this year. We came out with the Medeo T9 City, which starts at $2,300. Borrows some of the tech from this Halo product, which is the Eclipse, which is at $6,000 for the Eclipse C380 Plus.
And that's the top dog.
This is our top dog right here, and this is a signature colorway.
Why this bike over Cannondale Specialized something else?
This bike, when it launched last year, was one of the first easy on, easy off, or step through class 3 bikes.
What's a class 3 bike, just so they can hear it?
28 mile an hour, pedal assist only, class 3 bike. So that gets you able to keep up with car traffic on the road Bosch does not offer any throttle options. You get as good of an exercise on this as you do on your regular bike. The only difference is how far you get to travel for that amount of effort.
It's true.
So that's the beauty of these mid-drive systems.
So in other words, e-bikes aren't for lazy people.
Not at all. Not mid-drive ones.
Yes, there you go.
But this bike specifically, we were able to keep the frame stiff at those high speeds with this double down tube. Another reason for this very unique design is that we equipped this bike with Bosch's biggest in-frame battery, which is 725 watt-hour.
So
really
how many miles
battery.
do you think you get on this guy?
We say about 100 miles, but that is going to depend on so many variables, just like miles per gallon in a car.
So roughly averaging on one charge, if you're not going banana sandwich, we're looking at anywhere from 70 to 80 miles.
Easy.
You know, flat ground. You might get it with a tailwind pushing you.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's 100 miles.
Yep. The beauty of these new Bosch Smart system is that it has an auto mode where you can put it in auto and it will automatically change the amount of assist you get depending on the riding conditions and your power input to the bike. So that really helps, one, make you, the rider, not have to focus on what mode you're in, but it also helps economically for the battery, getting you to only use turbo, that high assist, when you need it, and eco, the low assist, the economical mode, when you need it. So that's a really cool feature of the Bosch system.
Tell us about all this back here.
Yeah, so we have the CX speed motor, which is their 85 Newton meters of power. And then as we go to the back, we've got a belt drive, Gates carbon belt drive, and a continuously variable transmission system, which means that there's no steps. When you twist a tiny amount, you're actually changing the gear ratio. Essentially, as you twist, two spheres change, and that changes the transmission and the gearing that you get. Simple terms, it means you can come to a red light in a super hard gear and downshift without pedaling, so that you're in an easy gear to zip off the line.
Which is important because we run into a lot of customers walking in and they're blowing out drivetrains on e-bikes very quickly, chains stretching like rubber bands, cassettes going very quickly. If you're able to downshift, you're not putting such a load on your drivetrain.
Yep. There's even a very intuitive gearing indicator which shows a little bike rider on flat ground to go fast, and he goes up on a hill to show that you are now in a low gear to go up. The one line that Gazelle likes to use is that our bikes make your ride as flat as Holland. There aren't very many hills in Holland. So our e-bikes allow you to just, you see a hill, you don't need to worry about it. You can go see what's up on the other side.
Well, that's fair. But you said there's no hills in Holland.
Here.
Okay, here.
Yeah.
So also, I'm just gonna point this out because every Gazelle has it. It's the little cafe lock.
Yeah, and I think that if you're popping into a shop, it gives you some little security to know that, oh, you didn't forget a lock, you have one. It's better than what I would do is clip my helmet through the rear wheel.
Yeah.
This is better than that.
Which did not work for me one time. And it really sucked because they stole my coach's bike who I was training on. And it wasn't a fun time.
Yeah.
It's like walking out, it was like, very empty feeling to see your bike gone. So.
And speaking of theft protection too, another feature of the Bosch system is there is a module that can go into the motor, attaches to the motor under the cover, that is a GPS tracking locator.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's rad. And also for those who want max comfort, almost all the Gazelles come with a nice comfy seat.
Yes.
So let's ask this question. A lot of people are worried about maintenance, and we talked about maintenance for these, for all Gazelle across the line.
Yeah.
Let's say once a year. What do you think they might end up spending for that?
On this specific bike, the thing you're gonna go through first would be your disc brake pads.
Yeah.
The chain, belt drive, you can get thousands of miles on a belt drive.
And what some people don't know is the Gates drive is the same belt that Harley Davidsons are using.
Yeah.
So we'll do some quick math. You got one tune-up, about 150 to 200 bucks. Then if you have a chain drive, you might want to change your chain once a year, if that. So you got 30 bucks. You got some disc brake pads, 25 bucks each. You need 2 of those, 50 bucks. 2 rotors, 50 bucks. You do the math. It's not very expensive. That adds up to about 2 oil changes in your car per year. Well, Seth, thank you for coming. Thank you for visiting with us.
Of course.
And explaining Gazelle and their heritage, history, and going over this beautiful bike. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me, Rob.
Yeah.